Hi, welcome to another episode of Beyond Chronic Disease. My name's Wendy Gathercole. I'm your host. How are you this week? Last week I did a podcast on stress, and guess what? I'm going to do another one. So last week was something like you're not stressed, it's your interpretation. Well, this week it's more wordy. I probably already said that last week about the words. It's what we internalize too. So it's our thoughts, our speech. We always seem to speak poorly of ourselves, but we always raise everybody else up. Do you do that? That they're awesome people, they're great at their job, they're good at doing this. But then when it comes to us, we say the complete opposite. I can never do that. That's really hard. I have no idea what that means. I'm so busy, I can't think about it. I can't think straight. All these things that really do get sucked up by our body. They really do. And when you keep doing that, saying things like that and thinking that way, what do you think is going to happen? I think I said this last week. It doesn't make you feel good. It brings all sorts of symptoms into your mind and body, okay, to the point where if you keep continuing to do it, you won't be able to get out of bed in the morning. You may have chronic pain that feels like arthritis, but realistically, it's your speak and your thoughts that are doing it to you. It could be. I'm not saying that it is, but it could be. This is how dire our thoughts and our speech is to our bodies. I've got so many examples of how I've changed things up in my life by speaking differently and thinking differently about situations, and it's been easy, really easy. How many times do we come up against something new and straight away we say, oh, we can't do this. I've never done it before. It's going to be hard. So all those thoughts, all that speech, is it really true? That's the first thing that I ask in the Master in Stress course. Is it really true? And 99% of the time it's not. Okay. I have a lot going on in my life. I think I mentioned this last week. I'm going to mention it again next week. And it's not what you have going on, it's the way you look at everything, it's the way you perceive everything. It's life is a process and it really should be fun, not hard and a drudge. I mean, we're at the height of, fuel prices rising. We can't do much about that. So why make it harder than what it is and think about all the worst case scenarios? You know, we can't do anything about it. We really can't. So the only thing that it's going to do by, getting all this angst about it and thinking about all the negative stuff that may go on with it all is it's just affecting our bodies. It's making us sick. So stop. I've said it again. Think about, think about, just live in the now. What is happening right now that you can deal with? Not what may happen in the future, which probably won't happen. Just what is happening right now, this very moment. Are you having a glass of water? Are you going for a walk? What is happening this very moment? That's where your thoughts and your speak should be at, not in the future, because that really doesn't ever happen because we only live in the now. So just what I've just said in the past, so it's really up to us to reframe how we speak and how we think, stop the stresses from attacking our body and keeping us sick. If you want ease and calm in your life, you have to rethink the way that you know is stress. I don't think I said that right, but who cares? Because you know what I'm talking about. You get the drift. If this resonates with you, if you want to know more, I've got all the information in the show notes. And it's super exciting for me to have this available for you because I know that it's a really good starting point. It could be an ending point for you too, to end in the stress that you take on board in every single thing that comes your way. Until next week, I'll have another exciting episode on, guess what? Stress. Okay, hope this all gels with you, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.